on about 4:30. Cool deal. Really weird. Okay. Okay, so what are we doing today? What's going on with that? When you have curly hair, it is sometimes has its mind of its own. I have to start with, there's a lot I want to talk about today, but I have to start with there's a YouTube channel for these bald eagles, and I think they're up like in the Sierra Nevada mountains, and these researchers had put cameras up in the trees, and so there's like one here and one here, so you can get like this front facing view, and it's a pair of bald eagles, and they are they're in the nest, and mama has 4, maybe 5 eggs in there, and at times it's like really boring because they're just, you know, sitting on the eggs, but on the other times it's like absolutely fascinating because you know, he brought a stick, and she kind of seemed to start yelling at him. I don't speak bald eagle, but she seemed to start yelling at him about, you brought a stick, why didn't you bring me some food? And then, you know, she got up and he sat down, and she went out and got some stuff and came back, and then he was playing with his stick. And I mean, it's charming and amazing, and these birds are huge. And if you look past the nest that they're in, because the cameras are focused, like they look like they're right there, and I'm sure that they're not, but I mean, they're definitely in the tree, but if you look past, you can see an idea of just how high up these birds are, and it's just incredible. Because I mean, I mentioned this because a couple of reasons. One, the eggs are supposed to hatch in the next couple of weeks, so it's definitely something to look at as we are approaching this full moon on this coming weekend, the Saturday. But eagles started coming up a lot for me recently, and I often feel like, as someone who chooses to be a conduit and chooses to make myself available, that a lot of the things that come up for me are not just for me, that they are for you know, for the greater good and the collective of you know, to share. So I wanted to check out what our friend Stephen Farmer, the animal spirit expert, had to say about eagles. But I also wanted to share some other things. So we're going to start with the eagle because we are coming into the full moon this Saturday. So today's Monday, so it's this next weekend. It'll be Saturday. And what I think is so amazing about it is just so much change is in the wind. So much change. I don't know what is going on with my banks, excuse me. But so much change is in the wind right now. And we do have Mercury retrograde is starting in early April. And so we are going to start seeing the effects of Mercury retrograde. It starts April 1st. And so we're going to start seeing that mid-March. But for me, I feel like I'm already feeling some of that. So I just wanted to to read this about the eagle, because there's some stuff that's happening that I feel like is not just me. A lot of the people I'm talking to are sharing the same kind of things. So it says there's an opportunity for you that you're considering, and it would be best if you take advantage of it soon. There will be a new beginning in a positive direction following a recent period of strife, one in which you've gained a great deal of stamina and resilience. Detach and rise above the mundane so that you're able to see your life and circumstances with a broader perspective and greater vision. And I love this because we talk a lot about the full moon cycle and how the energy goes up to the full moon, where you get that periscope, top of the Ferris wheel viewing, and then we come down, back down around to the new moon. And so we're in this space of coming into the top of the periscope, top of the Ferris wheel right now. It says it's time for a great spiritual awakening, one where you experience greater connection to the divine. And we've been talking about that for a lot of people lately, right? This is an important time to communicate with the divine for creative inspiration. So heed any guidance you receive. Whatever you put out, positive or negative, will now return to you in some form more quickly than ever. This is really, really important, because I feel like it's not just me. I, for some reason, have been drawn to these eagles. I mean, we have bald eagles here in the wintertime in Florida. There's a lot of them that come south. Apparently there's a lot that stay up in the Nevada mountains. They come here. We have them at different times of the year. I've seen them in the summers too. And they're amazing birds. I mean, they're just enormous. My husband and I were kayaking one day, and we watched an osprey dive into the water, grab a fish, and take him up to the top of the tree. And this poor fish, because the osprey started eating him from the tail end, which, I think it's probably more merciful to the fish if you eat him from the head. There's no good way, I'm sure. But the eagle saw the osprey had the fish, and the eagle came in and attacked the osprey to get the fish, and a dogfight, of them flying around ensued, and they came right over our heads. And I'm going to tell you, that osprey got fed up. He dropped that fish and from a height, and the eagle, so big, so fast, swooped in and got it before that fish even hit the water, turned a U-turn and went back the other way. It was just absolutely amazing. These are incredible birds. So if you're feeling this this call or this pull of eagle energy, I'm telling you that this is the time of change, and it feels like it's right now, like it's really important, because Mercury retrograde is coming, and we don't want to make a lot of big decisions during Mercury retrograde. So we want to do things now while we have this opportunity. Okay, I got to tell you some other things that have been happening, because I was saying, I feel like what is going on. So I got to say, I lost a crystal, a little tiny chrysoprase. It was just maybe it wasn't even, it was like a grain of rice. I mean, it was just a tiny little thing. I mean, and I lost that. It came off my necklace. I found out that I had all these recordings in my phone, and I've had my phone for a long time, and I had all these recordings, and they're just gone, just completely gone. One was left, and the rest are gone. I have a crystal that I wear, if you're, one of the ladies, a lot of times we have crystals in our bra. I had a crystal in my bra. I forgot, and I took off my bra. I wear this every single day. I have crystals in my bra, and I took it off, and it hit the floor and cracked. So I've had this crystal for a long time, cracked, and then somehow, the PIN number on my debit card has been changed. The combination to the lock box was not working, and all of these things are about change. Okay, all of these things, and it's all these things that are making me want to go, what in the heck is going on? What in the heck is going on? Because there's all these things, and every time I'm like, well, okay, I can get a new chrysoprase. They're not very expensive crystals, and I can get another one. And I hear it in my head, nope, time for something different. And every time I'm like, oh, well, I'll just get my PIN number. Nope, time for something different. Oh, I'm like, I don't even know how. And then I just realized that there's something on my watch, there are different settings. One of the settings has changed. I'm like, what is going on? But so all of these things that are changing, right? These things that are being changed, whether I'm aware of it or not, or whether I intended it or not, these things that are being changed. And so this is really what I want to talk about today, because Mercury retrograde is literally a month, it's like 5 weeks away, and we know that window is going to come. This is the time, because everything is happening right now to show us that this is the time that we have been waiting for. And you all have heard me say before about get in the game. Like, you've got to get in there, get going, get engaged. And so I can't say that any more definitively and desperately for us, that this is literally the time for us to get engaged and get so that thing you've been sitting on, and I am guilty, let me just, I try to be so transparent with you all. I am guilty that I have been sitting on something that I have not moved forward with, and I've been sitting on a couple things that I have not moved forward with. And so it is, the urgency right now is real, because what I'm feeling is, and maybe it's just me, but I've learned over the time is not it. If I'm feeling it, there's something bigger. That I'm tapped into something more than just me, and that's a choice. But the urgency to change, the urgency to not go back and replace what I lost, to not go back, to not even to look back, but to go forward. This is the other part of it. It isn't just about whatever it is you've been sitting on doing and not doing, you got to do it now. That's part of it. But the other part of it, and I feel like this is the part that is really for the collective, is it's not just about getting gear. I mean, it definitely is, but not solely. And the piece that's maybe like, if you split it like 60-40, 65-35, the bigger piece here is don't look back. Okay, this is another big piece of it, is stop looking back, to be able to say, I am not looking back, I am only going forward, because all these things that are looking, this like, oh, I lost this, I get another one. Nope, you're not supposed to get another one, you're supposed to do something different. Oh, I lost this, I can go download those recordings again. Nope, you're not supposed to do that, you're supposed to go get something new. Something new is coming. We took those out so that something new is coming. Okay, so something bigger is coming for all of us, something more is coming, but again, it's preparation time that we are getting. We are in this place where we are being asked to get ready. So it's not just get in the game, it is 100% get ready. Because this is what I just read with the eagle. It says, an opportunity that you're considering, it would be best if you take advantage of it soon. That means let's go. Let's go. Okay, we don't have all day here. And so they're really, really trying to tell us that this is an important time of engagement, and that this is an important time for us to stop looking back and to stop worrying about what we lost or what we left behind. It's been on my mind a lot. I don't hide the fact that I'm Jewish, and it's been on my mind, of course, since October 7th, of everything that's going on in the Middle East, and it's never been good. I mean, it's never been good. But just the horrors that are going on for not just the the Israelis, but for the Palestinians, and it's just awful. And there's so many places to go down a rabbit hole of despair, and I keep thinking, like, and I've had this thought too, living here in Florida, that, when a major hurricane was coming, I've had this thought too, like, what would we take and what would we leave behind? And the people in Ukraine who have been evacuated for, the war with Russia invading Ukraine, like, what would you take and what would you leave behind? And I'm going to say to you, I would, pop pictures out of picture frames, and I would take, birth certificates and marriage certificates, and I would take my pets. And I could give a shit about anything else. But it's a hard conversation to have with yourself. What is important? And if you had to drop everything and leave your home, what would you take? And I know friends who've been through this. I mean, it's heartbreaking. And people that lived in New Orleans when Katrina came in, and people who've lost their homes to tornadoes and through hurricanes here in Florida. I mean, we've seen these things where there wasn't time or even an opportunity to take what you could take, and just everything was lost. And so these are things that have really been present in my mind. Not that I'm trying to wallow in the, oh my gosh, what's happening is so horrible, but more that I'm looking at what is important to take with us, and what are we holding on to that we don't really need to hold on to, so that we are freed up to fly like the eagle, for the opportunity that we've been considering, that now is the time for us to take advantage of it. What do we got to let go of so we can fly? What do we have to let go of so we can fly. So that's the story. That's really what I have been asked to share with you today. Here's the other thing. We have things that we are good at. We have things that we're great at. We have abilities, we have skills, we have things we've learned and practiced and we've worked at, and we've done all these things so that we could be proficient and awesome and confident and great at these things. But that does not mean that you're not, it doesn't mean that you are now immune from a bad day. It doesn't. It doesn't mean that you are insulated from a bad day. Even if you were the best in the world, even Michael Phelps, the famous swimmer, biggest award-winning, most medals of swimmers, Simone Biles, most amazing gymnast, most medals of gymnast, Derek Huff, choreographer, dancer, extraordinaire, they all have a bad day. Just because you are strong and good at something and you've worked hard to get there doesn't mean that you are immune from a day when things are going to go sideways. And so when those things happen and when something goes sideways, and this is important because we're talking about taking on a new opportunity. We're talking about moving in a new direction, moving in a direction we have been longing for and looking at for eons, that the eagle is saying, let's go. It is time, and you've got to let stuff go because I can only carry, now I'm an eagle and I can carry a lot, I can only carry so much. I can't carry it all. I cannot carry all of the drama, all of the baggage, all of the heartbreak, all of the to go forward and go forward. Otherwise, I'd be an eagle walking on the ground, okay? And eagles don't walk like that, they fly, okay? But even still, the eagles have an off day. And so when that happens, it's important that we say, it's all good. I'm an eagle. I had a bad day. I'm going to brush myself off. I'm going to get back to work of what I know to do of being an eagle and being the best eagle that I can be. And so we go forward in that way without, the eagle doesn't turn around and go, oh my God, I sucked. I should just quit what was going on. I can't believe I did that. No. The eagles don't do that. That's human shit because humans have been taught to do that crap. We have been taught to belittle ourselves and berate ourselves by other people around us who, with the best of intentions, may have made us feel like that at some point where we feel like, oh, I totally screwed up. And the eagle literally just shakes off. And you can watch it on this YouTube video. I mean, surely to check out this YouTube channel of these eagles. You just put it in YouTube, you know, the bald eagle nest, because apparently thousands and thousands of people are following these bald eagles. And the eagle literally, she gets up, and I've watched her with snow and ice, like inches of ice and snow just caked onto her feathers. And she gets up and she starts breaking it apart, and and then she shakes it all off, and she starts to stretch her wings, and she's like, all right, I'm back to being an eagle. And so this is the thing of where we are right now, because we cannot go forward to the new opportunities that are waiting for us if we are continuing to carry all the crap that we've been carrying all this time. The eagle is saying, shake it all off and let go, and what is essential for you to have as you go forward. And so this is a question to think about. If a hurricane was coming to your house and you had to evacuate, what would you take with you? What is precious, irreplaceable, uninsurable that you would take with you? And these are things to ask, because if it is not on that list of, let's say you get 3 things, okay, and I shared mine, I mean, besides my family, I would be out there like unframing pictures immediately, and not even all of them, and my dogs and cats. I mean, I got some jewelry, valuables, you know, stuff from my grandma's, and that's it. As long as my family was safe, my pets were safe, and the pictures were safe, because we know that so many pictures cannot be replaced, you know. And thank God for these days, the technology, that we have so much stuff that's in the cloud that can be replaced. But like, what would you take that what could not be replaced that you have to have? Because we get so convinced that we have to have this. I've got to have my essential oils, and I've got to have my fuzzy socks, and I've got to have, you know, all these things. We don't need all these things, but we're carrying. And these things are metaphors. The fuzzy socks and such are metaphors for the baggage and the stuff that we carry with us that we have convinced ourselves that we need that is weighing us down and keeping us from flying. Okay. Hello, Rachel. Hello, Paul. Hello, hello. Okay. So we're going to grab some cards and we will go from there. Hello, Fatima. Hello, hello. So wonderful. All right. So got me all a fluster right there. So this is, these are the Wisdom of the Oracle Collect, Mirror, and Read cards today. So we love that deck. This is a leg up. This is receiving help. Help is coming. That asking for help is okay, and that we're learning and we're growing and we're going in the right direction. So I love this because it's got the polar bear on it, and he's got his little cub that's trying to climb up, and he's going, yes, good, let me help me get up there. And so this is this reminder that help is available to us. Help is on the way. All we have to, oh, look, you're a spammer, tarot reading person, banned. You're banned from the page. Just go away. Banned. Just banned. Bye. We don't have spammers here. We don't allow from spammers. Just goodbye. All right. So, we get convinced that asking for help is a sign of weakness, and it's not. And we get convinced that asking for help means we're doing something wrong, or we don't know what we're doing, or we don't know how we're doing it, or something like that. Rochelle, if you're a spammer, we're going to ban you too. So, oh, look, there you are. You're a spammer. Bye. Banned from page. See you. Bye. Bye. Okay. So asking for help is important. Asking for help is really important because the thing is that we're part of a community of light. We're part of the community. The eagles are nesting up in the tree, but they're in a pair bond. They're not by themselves. We are not by ourselves. We have help available to us. All we have to do is be wise enough and courageous enough to ask for it. We have help available to us. Okay, next card is going to be, it's weird. It's not showing up at the people. Hello, people. Hello. I can see the numbers, but I can't. That's so weird. Facebook's being really weird today. All right, a change in the wind, and this comes in upside down, this change in the wind. And so this is this reminder that shit's going to happen, right? Change in the wind. It means change is coming. But that doesn't mean that we're not going to have some stuff go sideways while we're trying to move forward. And so if we understand and accept that a change is going to not necessarily be comfortable, because I'm going to tell you with all this stuff that I got broken, lost, switched, deleted, whatever, all this stuff, it's really pissing me off. But we are understanding that change is not always comfortable, but it is absolutely for our highest and best good. That change is, you know, given our druthers, most humans would not change a thing. But eventually this becomes really, really boring for us, and life does not move forward. We as a person, as a soul, as a society, we do not move forward. So this is really important to have part of this that says, okay, I know I need to change, to grow, to move forward, to advance, to progress, to create something new. I know there needs to be change. I now accept, I may not like it, but I now also accept the fact that it will be uncomfortable. Okay, not all change is uncomfortable. You get a haircut, you might just absolutely love it and just be like, woo! But other times you'd be like, that doesn't feel right to me. And it takes a minute to get used to it, but it also takes the time for us to grow into it, My son had started a new job. Actually, both my kids have started new jobs recently. My son started a new job, and the first one is like, you know, I can see that other people have been here longer. They know the ropes. They have, you know, seen all the things, and it is frustrating because I know I'm not there. And then the next words out of his mouth said, "But I know I can get there." And so this is growing pains, right? This is where we all are with growing pains. Hi, Robin. So I want to ask you to reconsider your question, Robin. So when you ask a yes or no question, it's very, very limiting for what I can share with you. So I can say, oh, do I see a job coming? Yes or no? And then there's no more information than that. So I would like to ask you to consider how you can rephrase this question to, if you have already applied to a job, what do I need to know about a job that's coming my way soon? What do I need to know about this situation while I'm waiting for a job to come forward? Trying not to ask yes or no questions, because when you ask, especially with the cards, you ask yes or no questions, that's it. You're going to get a yes or a no. There's not a lot more information in there because you have cut that off. So I would love to answer your question, but I want you to be able to learn and also to be able to get the most benefit out of it. So hopefully that makes sense. And we're going to have the next card, which is higher power. So this, I love this card, so pretty, because if you look super carefully, you can see the face in there, you can see the crown of the lights, you can see the connection to source. Backwards in the camera is going up. You can see this beautiful loving face that is we are being connected, we are being lifted, we are being loved, we are being held. We are being guided by this beautiful angelic face with this light literally coming out of her head to be able to, connect up into source energy. And you can see that she's got her hands here. She's like, how do I help you? I'm here. I'm here. This is a love gesture, right? We get like a scare gesture. We're like, but this is a love gesture. This is, I care about you. When you care about someone, you go, oh, that's so sweet. When you might unconsciously put your hands to your face. This is what she's looking at. She says, I have so much care for you, and here I am to help you. I am the higher power. I am here to help you, okay? So these things are really important, that we are, sorry. Hey, hey, hush doggies. Okay, so we started with the leg up, reminding ourselves of what's going on. It's like, it's okay for us to ask for help. Well, hey, stop. Oh, someone's at the door. Okay, so my son is at the door. Yay! Okay, so we have hello. So we have so asking for help is not a sign of weakness. Asking for help is not. It's part of the deal. It's just part of the deal. If you want to move forward, you're going to be able to do more, better, stronger, faster, all those things. If you're part of a community, if you're connecting with others, even if others are not helping you specifically, just connecting with others and knowing that there is this connection, that you can talk to them, you can get support, cheers, pat on the back. Hey, it's going to be okay. Having that connection is really, really important. So even if they're not materially helping you, just being part of that community is super important, and that is help. And then remembering that we grow, right? When we are moving up, geez, Ludine, you're a spammer and you're banned. Banned. Bye. Banned. Spammers. So weird how the things are coming, like how I can't see today on Facebook. It's weird. So if you're a spammer, just leave, because I'm going to ban you. It is not even negotiable. We have zero tolerance for spammers here, so just go. And if you're newer, just know that when we are done, we'll also turn the comments off on Facebook so that people are not bugging you after the fact as well. Because we really want to try and protect you all so that you can come here and enjoy the information. So hugs from Robin, hearts from Robin, yay. Okay, so that when you have, yay, welcome. So that knowing that when you have change, the change is part of the deal. If you want to go forward, asking for help and being connected to some kind of community, some kind of support system is essential. But also knowing that as you change, it's going to be uncomfortable. As you move forward, there's going to be a level of discomfort as you grow. However, if you are tapping into your higher power and staying connected with your higher power, you are going to have this beautiful pastel pink and gold and blue, smooth ride that is going to help move you forward with that love and support that we all want and need. So there's good things, but this is 100% a time to get in gear. Get in gear. And I feel like I say that a lot, but boy, I'm going to tell you, the souls, the spirits, the higher, the guides, the angels, they're getting to a place where they're like, we got to go now. And so this is what I'm talking to you about today. So, sorry, I hope I didn't scare anybody with all that banging. So, okay. So we're going to go ahead and do some card readings for the group. So if you have, if you would like to ask, got a couple of jumper cards. So if you would like to ask for a card reading, so we want to exactly how, so Robin had asked a specific question, but I've asked her to reframe the question so that she can get a clearer answer. Now, you don't have to type it in. All I want you to do, all I need you to do is to have that in your head so that when I come to you and you say, I would like a card, please, that when I come to you, you have that question in your head and the cards will take care of the rest. So you don't have to type all that out. But please try to stay away from things like yes or no questions because the cards don't, if you ask the cards a yes or no question or you ask your guides and any of the folks who are here to help us for yes or no questions, the thing that they're going to say is yes or no. Okay, so we want something more. We want something more from them, right? We want something that is going to really help us to move forward. So Robin, the card for you is imagine. Now this card comes in upside down, okay? This card comes in upside down, so I'm going to turn it right side up so you can see it in a second. But this card is number 20. So this is number, so with numerology, we take the numbers, we add them together. So 2 and 0 is 2. So this is the beginning. This is very early in the beginning of a new journey. This is very early in the beginning of a new chapter. We're definitely not there yet. We're starting the climb. We're starting the journey. But this is the thing that this card is trying to show you. Trying to get it off this little light there. The thing the card is, there it is, to trying to show you is look at all of these beautiful rays of light that are going up from the horizon, right? So things are brightening, things are looking up, things are, so there's definitely a card in the future for you. There's definitely a job in the future for you. The question is what kind of a job, and are you looking for the right job? And this is what's coming into my mind is, are you looking for the job that is safe? Are you looking for the job that is like, I just need something right now to like, I get food on the table? Or are you looking for something that is truly your path and your calling, your direction? Because this card is asking you to take that leap of faith to say, you know, you can apply for the jobs that are going to put food on the table and money in the bank right now because maybe you need something right this minute. I totally get that and absolutely respect. But this card is saying to you, there's more. There's more out there. There's more waiting for you. And to expand your mind, this literally is like, whew, expand your mind to be able to go in the direction of your heart. So the comment is that Robin's path feels confused, but it doesn't feel like your path is confused. What it feels like is that your brain, which is your human physical part of your body, is saying logic one thing, you know, responsible human, and your mind, which is the part that's connected to your soul, that's part of your higher guidance, is saying, but wait, what about over there? What about over there? And so it's not feeling like your path is confused. What it's feeling to me is there's a battle within yourself of, do I stay? Do I go? Is it safe for me to go in the direction I really want to go in? And so what I would say to you is, if it feels safe for you to do so, to put the logic-based safe bets on hold for a minute. Like you've probably already applied for some of that stuff. Just let them sit there for a minute. Just let them sit there. And then in this interim period of time, especially right now as we're coming up to this full moon on Saturday, this is the time where we get to the top of that Ferris wheel of energy, right? The energy comes up to the top of the full moon and of that cycle, and we look around and we can really see what's going on. So this is a time for you to look at what's really going on and say, okay, I've applied for this other stuff, the responsible stuff. I've done my duty. I've done, you know, what I should do. I'm going to take this week and I'm going to apply for stuff that is my heart's desire. I'm going to apply for the stuff that stirs my soul, that moves me forward, that is the thing that, boy, if I could pull all the strings, that is what I would be doing. Okay? And so this is what it feels like for me with this card, because this card, Robin, came in upside down that says you're not imagining, you're not letting yourself see the possibilities, you're not letting yourself move forward with faith. You're being held into that box of responsibility and what you think you should do that's going to make other people happy. And what the cards are saying is, hey, trust us. There is something more. Go forward. Okay, and so Robin's comment is, I wish I knew what that was. So here's the thing that I would say to you is, if you can get on a job platform like Monster or Indeed or whatever the job platform things are, and just start typing in the things, not the stuff that's like, oh, I've got good computer skills. No. Start typing in things like good work environment, meaningful, and just start putting buzzwords in there. You can do it on Google, you can do it on, any of the search engines, and just start putting in things that are like, I want to help people, I want meaning, I want fair pay, I want to live in, Oregon, whatever it is, to be able to put in, and there's nothing probably that's going to come up that's like job searches is going to be like, well, that doesn't make any sense, and that's okay, because what you're trying to do is get the system to see what you're looking for, and the AI in there is going to be like, oh, well, she's kind of looking for a job that does this, and this, let's see what we can find. Okay. And the other thing is, if you want to live in a certain place, to be able to say, okay, show me jobs in Oregon, and just start looking at stuff. And the thing I want to say to you is, if something sparks you, because it will, you'll look at something and be like, oh, that'd be so cool. And then your left brain's going to immediately chime in and be like, nope, you can't do, you don't have those skills. What are you thinking about? Apply anyway. Tell that bitch to shut up. Okay. And I apologize. I'm not trying to like use coarse language, but sometimes, we have to say to ourselves, shut up. That ego, that mean girl voice that we get in our head, shut up. And tell her to shut up and just apply anyway. If you're not qualified for it, no worries. But we've got to put some energy in the universe that says, I want to go in the direction that looks like this. And then the universe starts to work, and the cogs in the universe start to spin, and they go, oh, well, if that's what we're doing, then here's something that might make sense. And here's something that might feel right for you. But we've got to be willing to put our foot over that line that says, I'm not qualified for this job, but I'd like to go in that direction. Okay, does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Because we put ourselves in that direction, and the universe goes, oh, boom. Okay, but when we don't know which direction to go in, we start with the things that we know we love. Okay, I love to be connected to people. I love to help people. I love to teach. I love to, do I want to be a teacher in a classroom? No. But, we start to look at the places and the things and just start putting in these buzzwords, because the AI will help. Oh, more tarot readings. You're a spammer and you're banned. Bye. We just cannot get a break today. Okay. I'm so glad. Now, Robin, I would love for you to come back and tell us what happens. I want to ask you to give it a couple weeks, but I would love for you to come back and tell us what happens. All right, we're going to jump to Fatima, and then we're having a lot of spammers. It's a holiday here in the United States, President's Day, so I want to wish you all a happy President's Day. I noticed that on Mondays where we have holidays, we get an enormous number of spammers, and so we may just cut short today for that, because they start to really wear on my energy. So we're going to get a card for Fatima over here. So Robin, I'd love for you to come back and tell us what goes on, because I feel like by the time we're coming into this next full moon, you are going to have a whole other opportunity that's in front of you. And we saw this, I don't know how early you came in the broadcast, but we saw this with the eagle that said to us that the opportunity for you that you have been considering is coming to you, and it's time for you to take action on it. So this was literally where we started today, and so you're right on the money, and I really do think that by the time we get to the next full moon, you will have a whole different story to tell us. So I hope you will come back and share. Okay, Fatima. Okay, card for Fatima. This is Chopwood. I love that you put that in there. Thank you, my friend. So this is a Chopwood. And so this card is card number 42. So 4 and 2 is 6. So this is telling us that you're moving in the right direction. You are heading in the right direction. You're over the hump, like the hardest part. I don't think you're really out of the woods of the stuff that's been struggling with you and the stuff that you've been really kind of like pulling your weeds, like to weed your way through it. But you're definitely going in the right direction. And Chopwood is all about doing your own work and making sure that you are not getting distracted by trying to rescue other people, that this is about doing your own work. This is about staying in your lane and to do what's in front of you and not worrying about trying to help the other people right now. I'm not saying, we don't, turn our back on people, but you're not there to rescue other people. You're not there to solve other people's problems. Oh, gosh, another spammer. Kayla, you're banned. Banned from page. See you, bye. Spammers are banned. Oh, yeah. Okay, so stay in your lane, Fatima. do what's in front of you, and don't worry about feeling like you've got to save the world, okay? Because you're going in the right direction. You're definitely going in the right direction, but it's important that you're not taking on stuff that's not yours. When we take on and try to rescue and save somebody else, we deprive their soul the opportunity to do the things that they came here to learn. And so while, we never want to like turn away from somebody who's genuinely in need of, help, like, homeless or drowning person, or, something, where we can actually make a difference. At the same time, we're not going to walk outside and be like, I am going to save everyone and rescue every dog and rescue every, person that I meet, because one, they may not need rescuing, and they may not want to be rescued, and they've got their own path to be on. And so it's important for us to stay on our path as well. Brenda Ferrandis says, I live and breathe. I'm so delighted to see you, my dear friend. So this card literally flew out of the card deck for me. It is flexible, but it comes in upside down, which means we want to talk a little bit about you being some bendy. So this is, this card comes in upside down. And let me just continue to say it on Facebook. If you're a spammer, we're going to ban you. It is that simple. So as soon as you start making comments to people, we are going to ban you on Facebook. So Brenda, this flexible card is card number 19. So 1 and 9 is 10, which means we're starting a new adventure, right? We've completed something. We've come to the end of that chapter, and we are starting a new chapter, right? There's some new adventure that's coming your way. And it is not going to look like what you exactly think it's going to look like. And it's something you've been working towards, something you've been moving in this direction, you've been going in this direction, and it is time for you to just be able to say, all right, I'm on the right track, and it's not necessarily going to look exactly like how I pictured in my mind, but that's okay, because I'm going to be able to go forward, and I'm just trusting that I'm going in the right direction, okay? Trust that you're going in the right direction. Look how beautiful the blue sky, the clear grass, the beautiful landscaping. Like, this is not a place of struggle. This is a place of working in harmony with the universe, working with it. It's like if you've ever been in the ocean and you've jumped in the waves, if you're in the waves and you plant your feet and you try to let and say, the wave's going to go by me and I'm not moving, and the wave's going to knock you down, it could be a little wave and it'll still cause you to stumble. But if you bend just a littlest bit and you literally jump on the ocean, if you hop, I swear to God it's true, if you hop literally 2 inches off the floor of the ocean, the inertia, the energy of the wave will go right underneath of you, and you'll get this gentle little thing going on, but you will not get knocked over. And so this is what they're talking about, is just to be able to bend a little bit, to be able to move yourself with the universe in that co-creation, because good things are coming to you, my friend. Good things are coming to you. Mwah! I'm so happy to see your name popped up. Makes me happy. And I'm sending you a virtual hug. Okay, Michelle. Hi, Nancy. All right, Michelle. Good boy, Riley. Good boy. I got 4 pets sitting right over there in my foyer here. All right, so Michelle, this is poised. But this card comes in upside down for you, poised. Now, poised, the number on poised is 48. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 2, that's 3. So Michelle, this is a new adventure for you, and they're telling you that you don't have to be so perfect, you don't have to be so poised, you don't have to be so worried about what other people think and what other people are going to view of you and how you are going forward, but it's also telling you that not everything is in place yet. So poised, I mean, I love this card. Look how joyful she is. Look how excited she is. She's on that platform. She's on the pedestal. She is ready to leap. She is like, yes, I am going. But Cheesy Gomez, you're banned. Spammers be banned. Oh, for some reason. You're banned. Anybody that sends you some message of beloved, some other bull pucky, just please, if you're a spammer, just leave, because I'm going to ban you. It is literally non-negotiable. So, okay, so Michelle, not everything is in place just yet, and so they're talking about don't leap before you're ready, because they want to make sure that they're setting you up for success, and if you leap before you're ready, you might not make it. Okay, so, but it's okay to know that things are coming together, and at the same time we want to make sure we are not putting any we're not putting any stock in what other people think or what other people have to say. Okay, at the same time, we're looking at this and want to be very clear about what we want. The same thing we were telling Robin before is we want to be very clear about what we want. So as we're poised and ready to move forward, we want to make sure that we know what it is that we want and where we're going. So there is victory in this card for you, but it is a still beginning of the journey and making sure that all of the things. And it's not about getting all of your ducks in a row. I hate that saying because there's no such thing as getting all the ducks in a row, because the ducks are never all in a row. The lights are never all green. It does not work that way. But knowing that there are skills and things that you still need to hone, and also it feels like there's a partnership there. There's still a mentor or a partner that is waiting to be brought in, someone who's like, I'm going to be able to help you and we're going to be able to go forward together for the benefit of all. But I want you to see this card because it's so beautiful, this card, poised, that you screw it, just send it in. But don't leap yet, because you may like, oh, there's something I'm missing and there's more to it, and let me just check, because there could be like one more thing that could make a big difference. And so don't miss the tiny details because you're in a rush. Okay? All right, so this is poised. Awesome. All right, we're going to have Nancy. I didn't know what all that fuss was about. And then I'm going to jump off of here because my son just came home from his first day at his new job. So I'm going to want to go check in with him and see how he was doing and see how his day went. So Nancy, this is chaos and conflict. So this is 33. So 3 and 3 is 6. So chaos and conflict. So this is a giraffe, zebra, horse that doesn't know what it wants to be or who it wants to be. And so this is allowing that something is emerging, something is changing, something is shifting. And if you had come in late, definitely go back and watch the beginning of our broadcast, because I talked so much about what is changing and what is emerging and what is shifting. And just to allow, your pattern is changing, your journey is emerging, things are unfolding, and I would suggest that you let them. They are not guiding you in the wrong direction. If you look, the sun is at his back because the shadows are over here. This is a beautiful twilight evening, and that he's going the right direction. There's no problems here other than staying in the flow, staying in the groove of allowing things to unfold and to the right way, I don't like that word, the right way. The path forward will be shown to you if you are open from your heart to receive it. When we are open from, I'll say that in a better way. Thank you. No, I hear that. When we are open from our heart, we allow the path in front of us to be illuminated in a way that cannot be denied, and that will allow us to go forward in a way that is our highest, and serves our highest and best good and the best good of those around us. When we get stuck up in our brain, in our ego, we start to push to go in the direction we want to go in, and not to go in the direction that we are being called, we're being led, that's being illuminated and lifted for us. And when we lead with our heart, we cannot possibly go in the wrong direction. So there's change and shifting, but the true you is emerging, and it feels like you've been waiting for this for a while. So embrace that, and just know that they've got you. This image they have is like being cradled in their hand, that they're holding you, and they're like, no, we got you. Just trust us. We're never going to lead you in the wrong direction. So, all right. So, how can I see the beginning? How can I see the beginning? I don't understand the question, Brenda. I don't understand the question. And please forgive me, because when I give a reading, a lot of times as soon as I'm done, it goes right out of my brain. So text me a little bit more, type me a little bit more. I won't turn off the Instagram feed until I get more information from you. How can I see the beginning? I'm not understanding the question. Okay, last card. We're going to use this card to close it up. And this is this is a change in the wind. And so change is coming. Change is coming for all of us, but it's a good change. It is a good change. Look, we are so supported. We have our house with us. We have all the things. And again, the light is behind us so that we are going in the right direction. So the light is lifting us. We can see the shadows over here in the front. We are going in the right direction. The light is lifting us, and and helping support us to go in the right direction. All right, I can't end with my Stephanie just came in. Everybody say hello, Stephanie. We love you. I had such a good talk with your mom today, and I cannot not acknowledge my Stephanie. So all right, so I think that's where we're okay. So Brenda says Who's here? Huh? Oh, cool. All right, well, I'm going to have to go. I love you, Stephanie. So Brenda says I didn't start away when you were talking about the eagle and the changes are coming. Okay, I'm going to come back to that. All right, so hello. I wish you all a wonderful, fabulous, happy, healthy, safe, warm, not so rainy week. And Stephanie, I love you, and I look forward to talking to you soon. And thank you all for being with us. Thank you so much for being part of our community of light, and just always know how very much you are loved. Mwah.